Special counsel Jack Smith's report on his investigation into Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election was released to the public overnight after an 11th-hour legal challenge by the president-elect failed. The report summarizes Smith's investigation into Trump's efforts to maintain power. It states in no uncertain terms that Smith's team believed Trump criminally attempted to subvert the will of the American people and overturn the 2020 election results for the election he lost. That, of course, culminated in the deadly January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The report states that Trump spread claims that were, quote, demonstrably and in many cases obviously false, and that Trump inspired his supporters to commit acts of physical violence. Smith concludes that if it wasn't for Trump's election in November that prevented the prosecution from moving forward, quote, the admissible evidence was sufficient to obtain and sustain a conviction at trial. The report was released as Trump says he's preparing to pardon an untold number of January 6th defendants. The report's release also marks special counsel Smith's final official word on his investigation into January 6th. What's more, Smith wrote a second volume of his report. That one focused on the separate charges brought against Trump over his handling of classified documents. But that part of the report was not released because charges against two of Trump's co-defendants are still pending. Jack Smith resigned from the Department of Justice this past Friday ahead of Trump's inauguration. Trump criticized the report on social media, posting at 1:41 a.m. Eastern Time, in part, Jack is a lame-brain prosecutor who was unable to get his case tried before the election.